Hi everyone, my name's John from the pool team. Today I'm going to be chatting to you a little bit about our new Aqua Pro Inverter Plus heat pumps. We're going to be going through some frequently asked questions, the anatomy of the heat pump, and just some general maintenance questions about the Aqua Pro Inverter Plus heat pump. So we're looking forward to it. Let's get started. So you get two different types of heat pumps. What we have here is an inverter type heat pump. This is our Aqua Pro Inverter Plus heat pump. And then you also get a on-off type heat pump. So the on-off type heat pumps are a little bit of an older technology type heat pump. You have a scroll compressor in those. So the scroll compressor only allows you to switch the unit on and off, and it runs at one particular speed. On the Inverter Plus heat pumps, you have a rotary compressor on the inside, and the rotary compressor allows you to change between modes. And changing between the modes and the different settings of the units is what helps create your energy efficiency. So let's chat a little bit about the anatomy of the heat pump. The Aqua Pro Inverter Plus heat pump's casing is made from a powder-coated mild steel. It's specifically designed this way for the harsh South African conditions. The Inverter Plus heat pump, how a heat pump really works is it's basically an air conditioner in reverse and for swimming pools. How it produces heat is there's a transfer of heat from air to water, and this is done through the internal workings. The Aqua Pro Inverter Plus heat pump uses an R32 eco-friendly refrigerant in, and it also uses a rotary compressor. Now the rotary compressor allows for the different speeds of the heat pump, and that is what creates the energy efficiency. So essentially the heat pump has four different modes. We have standard mode, we have silent mode, we have smart mode, and we have powerful mode. All four of these modes will allow for different energy efficiencies in the heat pump. It's got a simple to use keypad that's on the side, also with built-in Wi-Fi functionality, so you're able to work it off of an app that's downloaded from the App Store, and it really just is a user-friendly unit. In terms of maintenance on these types of units, heat pumps really should last anywhere between 10 and 20 years, even without regular maintenance. The regular maintenance of the heat pumps really should just be the regassing of the units every, say, 5 to 6 years or so, just to get some fresh gas in there. Heat pumps as well, during the winter months, you're obviously not using heat pumps as much as what you do during the summer months. So in the winter months, you generally switch heat pumps off, but it is a good idea to switch the heat pumps on during winter, just to run for 2 or 3 hours once a month, just to get the gas flowing through the unit so it doesn't actually freeze up and clot. So let's go through some frequently asked questions and some considerations. So probably the most important consideration to make when purchasing a heat pump is the actual size of the unit. It's really important that the size of your swimming pool and the size of your unit are matched up together. It will be completely counterproductive if you have a small size heat pump to try and heat up a bigger size swimming pool. So the importance of sizing the heat pump and matching the sizes of the heat pumps to the swimming pools are vitally important in the efficiency of the heating of the swimming pool water. Another very important consideration to make is the electrical supply that's been supplied from the main house to where the swimming pool DB is, or to wherever your heat pump is going to be connected. The bigger the size heat pump, the bigger the size cable you're going to need to carry the actual load of the heat pump. If the cable size is too small, it could cause damage to the heat pump when stopping and starting of the heat pump. Some other troubleshooting questions is, some people also ask, like, when my heat pump is installed, why does it keep on switching off? So the three real main factors of a heat pump switching off is, one could be an electrical supply issue, the other one could be a water flow issue, and the third one could be that your heat pump has actually reached the desired temperature that you've actually set it to. So if there's an electrical connection, you would obviously need a qualified electrician who has done the installation to come and check out the heat pump to make sure that the cable sizing is correct and that there's power actually feeding the heat pump. The water flow issues, you'll generally get on the Aqua Pro Inverter Plus heat pump, you'll get a little error code on the display that says EE04. When that display is EE04, that means that there's a water flow issue. Now the water flow issue is exactly what it says. It's water flowing through the unit. So some basic troubleshooting options over there would be to make sure that your swimming pool pump is running correctly, that your weir baskets are clean and not clogged up with leaves, and to ensure that there's sufficient water flow going through the unit. When the unit switches off, when it's reached the desired temperature, the unit will go into standby mode while water is still flowing through the unit. Once it's reached the desired temperature, it'll go into standby mode. When water temperature drops, then your heat pump will automatically kick on again, and it will heat up to the desired temperature of the water flowing through the unit. People will often also see that it appears that the heat pump will be leaking out the bottom, right? Heat pumps very rarely leak out of the actual unit. What this actually is it's actually condensation that's caused from the heat pump running. The most prominent time that this actually happens is when the unit goes into what we call a defrost cycle. Now that defrost cycle is actually caused, and the condensation is caused from when the water flowing through the unit is actually warmer than what the outside ambient air temperature is. Something to consider as well, and something to remember, is that domestic type heat pumps such as the Aqua Pro Inverter Plus over here are not designed for all year round swimming, right? So this is really something to consider when purchasing a heat pump. You know, you need to have peace of mind that you're not going to be able to swim in the height of winter, because it's very difficult to get swimming pool water warmer than what the outside air temperature is. Aqua Pro Inverter Plus heat pumps will allow you to get your swimming pool water in ideal conditions between about 6 and 8 degrees warmer than what the outside air temperature is. That's obviously running in ideal conditions. What helps really well with an Aqua Pro Inverter Plus heat pump and in heating up water is using a solar blanket. Now solar blankets, some people might think are cumbersome to take on and off, but when you're using an Aqua Pro heat pump, the solar blankets, they really help to retain the heat in the water. As much as to 75% of heat retention is maintained in the water with a solar blanket. These are just some of the most frequently asked questions that we are faced with. And we really hope that these questions and this little tutorial have helped you to understand and helped you make a decision in purchasing your Aqua Pro heat pump. If you have any other questions or you'd like any other further information, please feel free to contact any one of our 41 stores countrywide or visit thepoolteam.co.za. Thanks very much for watching.